Hi, Therapist Paul here. Wondering, what are you doing right this minute, right now? Well, if you're watching this video, I know what you're doing. But why are you doing it? Are you aware of why you're doing it? Are you aware of the surroundings you're doing it in? Or are you just mindlessly wandering the internet? Are you just killing time? It's the end of the day, scrolling through Facebook, and you're like, oh, I've seen these. Some of them are good. Some of them are probably not good. Let's see what this one's about. You know, one of our pop culture situations that's going on in our world talks about the word mindlessness. Mindfulness. Mindlessness. That's how I am today. Mindfulness. See, it says right here, mindfulness. It says, to live in a conscious or mindful of the present moment. There are lots of books and titles and CDs and DVDs. There's people making their entire life on that type of mindfulness. They're therapists. That's all they do is mindfulness therapy. And I guess I kind of agree with them to some degree. I mean, it's like it's important to be in the now. Be aware of your life. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get so focused on what's going to happen in 4 hours, in 2 days, in a month. My vacation's only 9 days away, someone told me just the other day. They're living 9 days in the future instead of being aware of their day to day. And when they get on vacation, how many notice that time just goes right by? It's not like you're at work where you have to sit there and go, oh, is this day ever going to end? Because you're mindfully thinking about the end of the day before the moment. I know I don't like sitting around doing nothing. For me, I have a little ADD, and that's really hard for me to stay and do nothing. Probably why I do a lot of vlogs, because when I have a gap of time between patients, I like to share things and talk to people. And hopefully you like some of these things too. But I ran across this word in one of my games I play called mindfulness. And I was reading an article about that the other day. And they said that a person who is not mindful of their awareness all the time misses their life. I don't know about all the time, but I know that it's a lot of the time. Sometimes we are so worried about the future that we miss today. I think that's what happens when people get to the end of their life. They start looking back going, why did I spend so much time chasing where I am now? But now that time is gone and I can't do anything with it. So I think they're being mindful of your day. The other day I walked into the house and my cats ran by my feet. My kids were laughing and playing video games really loud. My parrot started squawking. My wife was busy on the computer. And for that moment, I just smiled and took it all in because I was very mindful that that was a good moment. Life was good. Nothing was going wrong. Have you ever had those moments where you're just sitting and go, life is pretty good right now. It's not what I expected maybe, but it's pretty good. If you don't have those, try thinking about it next time. Next time you're sitting there watching your family do what they're doing, sometimes even arguing about nicking at each other like kids do, and sometimes your wife's running one way or your husband's running the other, or just take a minute and take a breath and think, be mindful. I'm aware. I'm alive at this moment, and you know, my life isn't that bad. I went through cancer 5 years ago. And it did change my ability to be very mindful of the moments. I hope you don't have to get to that point where you're 85, 90 years old and then realize I should have been mindful. I hope you don't have to go through, as the country song says, I hope everybody gets a chance to live like they're dying. I hope no one ever has to do that, because it's only then do you become mindful. Try to take advice from that song, from grandparents you've experienced. You know, you ever notice your mom gets a little mellower as the ages goes? Or, as Bill Cosby says, that's not my mother, the woman who raised me. That's an old lady trying to get into heaven. It may be true. But I think she's just more mindful of enjoying the time around her. And I think as parents, church members, community members, society members, workmates, if we could start being more mindful of our daily moments, maybe the stress, trying to reach the weekend, maybe that goal, is it Friday yet? may not be so bad as if you realize it's Tuesday at about 6 o'clock and life's not bad. Yeah, I got to go to work tomorrow, but I'm here to go to work. I have a job. Things are okay. Be mindful of where you are, because sometimes where you're going to go, you might get there and regret missing where you are now. See you next time.